A super simple mistake to make is to chamfer or miter this before you put in the diamond chisel. I've made the mistake and it just makes it really hard to go straight down, and very easy if you have any wavering on that edge to punch out if you didn't keep a nice crisp edge there. So before we get ahead of ourselves, we're going to start laying this out. And so I'm going to line this up at the corner and make sure my chisel, essentially my fork, is vertical and pounded in. It helps to have a sacrificial piece of wood or several pieces of sacrificial leather underneath of it, because you don't want to lose the sharpness of this, as that will make future use of it super challenging. I just have a typical hammer. I hate the chiming noise that metal on metal makes, so I definitely wear hearing protection. So I'm going to start out here in the corner, making sure I'm staying perfectly centered on this groover line. Great, and then I'm going to overlap 2 of those stitches, getting my fork back in the center of that groover line. To get out the 2, and I'm going to just make sure they're evenly spaced, that I'm on that line. Now I'm going to go ahead and rotate over in this direction. So I know that that's what the layout of the stitch should be. So I'm going to raise this up, press it in, and then I'm going to actually let myself move up by 1 stitch so that I don't change the orientation of that lower one. It's right there, went off that bottom mark, put my bottom diamond there. So if I overlap by 3, that kind of gets me to be a lot of space at the top. But if I overlap by just 2, I worry about punching out there at the end. So I'm kind of mentally coming up with a plan. A lot of times I like to kind of put a fork right there, and what would be the very top. So how about I imprint that. Then I'm going to do just a spacing of 1 in between those 2 and get it dead center.
I'm making these flat pack kits available to all, so click the link below and find out how you can buy one for yourself or give it as a gift. Definitely make sure to follow along, as I've created a whole video series on step-by-step instructions on how to make these leather planter pots.